Welcome to LSC, your local sports channel, and the Bethel High School, where the Bethel Bruins will play host to the Hampton Crabbers. I'm Bob Hicks with Brent Musgrove, and this is Peninsula District Group 5A contest. New head coach over the Hampton, Eric Brown, who has been over there for quite a few years now. There's not much going to change with the philosophy of the Bruins. Brent Musgrove has got Eric Brown over there. Brent, let's go to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. I'm here with, of course, the new head coach. He's been on the sideline for 21 years, haven't you, Coach? Something like that. Eric Brown, have you changed much philosophy since you took this new position?
No. I mean, we still base ourselves on, tough, hard-nosed defensive basketball. We want the guys to be disciplined in what they do on and off the floor. I'm a little bit louder than Coach, but they know that, our philosophy is basically the same. It's the same tradition. I played under the tradition. We play a little bit faster, but still basically we got the same foundation.
Well, you lost a few key players from last year. How has the new group focused in and come around for what you have this year?
Oh, I think we did a great job. I mean, right from the beginning of the summer, once they left, to the guys came together. They worked hard in the off season. They really, nobody really had a down attitude about it. We just try to treat it as next guy up. It's the environment we live in basketball. Some kids are going to leave, but this is Hampton High School as well. So we always got kids coming behind kids. So it's just they had to get in it a little bit earlier than they were thinking they were going to have to.
Well, let me talk about a couple of quick players. Of course, Jalen Ray's been a part of that program for a while. Tell us a little bit about Jalen, what he means to your team.
Jalen's everything for us. I mean, that's no secret. Jalen was all-conference last year as a sophomore. He's our leader. He's our primary scorer, but he also can play the point for us if we need him in that spot. And he's got way better as a defender. I think that people are surprised to see the different ways he can score. He doesn't have to just shoot the three. He can go to the basket. He can shoot the mid-range. So, Jalen's coming along nicely, and I really like how he's taking more of a leadership role with this young group.
Let me ask you one more player, Amir Capehart. How is he coming along?
Amir's doing well. Amir's our senior. He's our heart and soul. He's gonna wear his heart on his sleeve. He's gonna be the one that I probably yell at, but I don't take him off the floor. He's so valuable to us with his energy. His energy he's what we call our madman in our press. And, he really brings so much energy, and he's shooting the ball well.
One last question. Let me ask you, what do you expect from Bethel tonight?
I expect a hard-nosed Craig Breon basketball team.
As always.
As always, yeah, that's what I'm expecting.
Coach, I want to thank you so much. I appreciate it the first time. Looking forward to many more. Good luck tonight, Coach, and see you next time. Okay, Bob, back over to you.
Thanks, Brent. Brent, we're going to talk a little bit about Bruins. The Bruins were runner-up in Conference 2 last year, which was 6A. They lost Dickens, a 6'11" young man, but they got Cam Bako back, who is averaging 17 points. They got two transfer guards in, Street from Denby and Foster from Peninsula Catholic. Now, Brent has got Craig Breon over there. Brent, take it away.
Okay, thanks again, Bob. I'm here with Coach Craig Breon, living legend here. You're now the senior head coach, I believe, in the Peninsula District. Isn't that about right?
Yeah, probably pretty close to it. Ben Moore's been around a little longer, but doesn't make a difference. The guys, the coaching staffs at the different schools are really talented and do a good job with their kids.
Well, let me ask you, you've got a tough schedule this year. You've played Lake Taylor, you got Williamsburg Christian Academy and L.C. Bird, and you come in here 2-2 tonight. How do you feel your team's progressing and coming around? Some people left last year, so why do you feel you're starting to focus?
Well, it's a little too early to say what I expect from these guys. We do have some kids returning, but we lost some pieces, obviously. We're just looking to find our chemistry right now. I haven't found the right rotations yet. We got some new pieces to our team, and when we find that, we're going to be okay. The kids are playing hard. We had a lackadaisical moment in that third quarter last week that cost us dearly. We started to go a little bit individual, and we can't do that to beat good teams. So we just got to find ourselves and play together.
Just tell me a little bit about number one, Kennard Ricks. Give me a little heads up on him.
Well, Kennard is a 3-year player in our program, a super kid, a super student, and we're expecting Kennard to have the performance he had against Warwick. It was a standout performance there where he scored double figures and got double-figure rebounds. We need him to do that for us to have success.
One more player. Now, everybody knows about Baycoat, but I want to talk about Donovan Pace. Can you give me a little heads up on him?
Well, Donovan's a 6'4" guard for us as well that's played 3 years in varsity basketball. He's got Virginia Wesleyan and Guilford College that are really hot on him. We want him to progress and be a leader for this team on both ends of the floor. He can do it, and we're expecting that from him.
I'll ask you one last question. It's a new head coach standing across that gym that you've been looking at forever and ever and ever, but he's been on that sidelines all along. You see anything different? What do you expect from the Hampton Crabbers?
Well, Walt Breyer is a legend over at Hampton High School, and Eric Brown played for him. The apple didn't fall far from the tree. He's a disciple of that program. It won't change much. They're going to play hard, and we got a tough fight against our hands tonight.
Coach, thank you so much, not only for the interview, but for the help I got yesterday while I was over here. Credit to your program. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Looking
it.
forward to the next time.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Bob, back to you.
All right, thanks, Brent. We got a great game on tap for tonight. We will play 8-minute quarters, no shot clock in high school. All the other rules will be about the same. We got a veteran crew tonight. We have Dean Clark as one of the officials, Orsby Thomas as another one, and Ted Albert. Now, this group will try to keep up with the team, because both these teams, Brent, are going to run up and down the court. They're fast. They're going to trap. They're going to press. You're going to have a game that's really going to show some talent out here tonight. We got this young man, Baycoat, whose brother plays over at Old Dominion, and I'm real pleased with the way he has responded. He has really shown that he can be a leader out there on the team. He's not just shooting the threes anymore. He's driving to the basket.
Well, when you even bring up the name Bay Coach, you can talk that name all over the peninsula. I was in here yesterday. Guess what? There's a Bay Coach helping coach the girls basketball team.
Yep.
Guess who she is? She's the wife of a coach where? Hampton University. What's his name? Bay Coach. Oh, wait a minute. Old Dominion. There's a guy named Bay Coach over there.
Yeah, how about that?
You go back how far with the Bay
wait
Coach?
a minute. Pete Baycoat's one of the coaches.
That's what I was going to say. How far back you go with that name?
I'll tell you, there's been a Baycoat around since I've been around, I think.
You think there's one of the top names on the Christmas list if Santa was coming to town?
You got that right.
There's a lot of them. You got a Baycoat here and a Baycoat there. I'm telling you what.
Well, they played at Hampton and they played at Bethel.
Yeah.
I tell you, right now, I think that this young man, Cam, could be the cream of the crop.
Really?
He could be that good. Although David Baycoat over at Hampton High School was
in his day.
Oh, I tell you, he played against Allen Iverson during that term. Awesome player. He's up in New York now.
I've seen some of those games on television. We're getting ready to do, I think, the starters. How are we going to go from here, Bob?
I see Lee Martin, who is the new athletic director over there.
I think they're going to honor somebody. I think.
Yeah, this is the military. Maybe we can pick it up.
Today, the United States Army at Basketball High School would like to make a special presentation. The United States Army has 7 core Army values.
Anytime we can recognize the military, it just really makes me feel good.
Hey, listen, we live in a military base. I mean, it's a big area in Hampton Roads, but I'm telling you, it's a military base.
Integrity and personal courage.
You got to love that basketball camouflage. You shoot it, you can't see it.
Leadership is what they use to remember those 7 core Army values. Those associated with our school in the game today have identified Cameron Webster as a student athlete who embodies all of these traits. The United States Army would like to take this time to recognize and congratulate Cameron Webster.
I wish I could give his name, but I'm picking up what you're picking up. This is just awesome.
Cameron Westberg, I believe.
Presenting the plaque is our athletic director, Lee Martin.
Now, Lee Martin, who was an athletic director over at Kickingham, came over here when Ray Smith retired, and they love him over here.
Well, he followed a great athletic director. I'm going to tell you what, Ray was super to us.
He was awesome.
Part of the 2015 U.S. Army Hoops Hysteria Tour. Joining us at mid-court is United States Army representatives and Lee Martin. Greg Hobson, assistant principal at Bethel, will be recognized.
One of the assistant principals over here at Bethel is being recognized, and he gets the the camouflage basketball. Good for him. It's hard to find when you shoot it. And, you know, that'd be a tough ball to rebound.
Not only that, you have to wait to see if the net moves after somebody shoots.
Yeah, this is great. Anytime you can have the military involved in something here at the Hampton school system, it's just an honor in itself.
Of course, all 4 schools have their own ROTC program. And
that's correct.
Of course, you haven't been a member of it. You probably know where they all are.
Well, they're Air Force over at Hampton, Navy at Kecoughtan, Marines at Phoebus, and the Army here at Bethel High School.
Good job, Bob. Saved me. You saved me, man.
You're safe.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot, but you saved me.
It's great. All right.
Fantastic.
Great job. We're going to have the introduction of the players in just a minute. We may have the
showcasing the best high school basketball in the region. Be sure to visit their station outside of the entrance lobby. Someone will win a GoPro Hero camera this evening. All you have to do is go to their table outside in the entrance and register.
I'll be right back, Bob. I'm going out to register at the table.
You think that
Nobody else can go, only me. I'm going to register for the entire crew.
There you go. All right, looks like they're going to play the national anthem. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. We got the teams lined up to interview. All right.
First, for your Hampton High School Crammers, number 4.
First on, that's Matthias Caver, number 4, playing forward. Corey Joyner, point guard. Amia Caver, number 4. No, that was
24. Corey Joyner.
Number 30, Capehart, and number 34, Yao. That's the starting 5 for the Crabbers.
And that first young man they introduced is 6'6". And we go with the Bethel Bruins. Number 1, Kennard Ricks. Number 4, Gianni Street. We got a change here. We got number 20 for the Bethel Bruins, and that's, it messed me up.
They took number 4 out of the lineup.
Miller. And then we got number 10, Pace, and number 5, Cam Baycoat. Changed me a little bit on that. It started number 20. All right, we got our officials. We've got everything ready to go.
Throw it down if you don't like it, Bob.
That's okay. I just throw it down. There you go. All right.
We're in a little tight spot here, ladies and gentlemen. You can't see where we are, but we're in this little tight corner where everybody keeps us out of the way. They're throwing trash over our head and stuff at us. So,
well, we got Clark, Thomas, and Albert as our officials. I went over them one time while you were doing your interviews. By the way, great interview with Mr. Eric Brown. First time.
I told him it's my pleasure.
And it was great to finally get him as a spokesman. He's been with the Hampton 21 years.
He'd been in the background so long, I was wondering how he was going to respond. Man, he didn't back off at all. He laid it right out there.
Not a bit.
There's a few coaches who can take some on how to give out information. You just let that out there, man. That's great.
All right. Well, we got the Bruins going to our right, and the Crabbers going to our left.
I'm going to try to keep the scores, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you're going to have to get a fast pencil.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, it's going to look like I'm stirring something here if these guys get their way.
Cam Baycoat gets the tap. The Bruins were going to go on offense first. The Crabbers right out are going to jump him. And they're going to call a foul real quick on the Bethel. Sorry, that's Jalen Ray.
That's a big man.
And that's the guy you don't want to get in foul trouble. Number 4 for the Bruins, Gianni Street bringing it in, is the point guard. And they're trapping every chance they get. And we got a lot of traffic in here.
We're having a hard time seeing. Gotta wait for the teams to slide by.
Yeah, the street trying to set it up. Baycoat going to try to drive. Good defense, being very patient. Nice shot from the corner by that was by Street. Rebound up and out, no good. We got another foul. Looks like it's on.
I think it's on 10 for Bethel. I'm gonna have to wait and see.
And that
It was
looked
on
like
1.
Pace on number 1. That's Ricks.
Well, we're less than a minute in. We got 2 fouls called.
And Corey Joyner bringing the ball up, running the Hampton offense. Oh, nice
Pass inside.
Inside. Good. That was Matthias Caver that got the ball, 6'6", and Joe Jr.
A good look.
Entry pass. Was all started with entry pass. Coming down the court, Bruins take, Crabber's taking a long shot. Oh,
good
nice save.
A little bit.
Well, he kind of telegraphed
Good
the
save.
pass.
Good save. Hampton's on the floor. They're hustling a little bit right now, folks. And I got to talk to Coach Brown, and of course we talked about some key players from the Crabber team moved on unexpectedly last year.
Godwin and Pitt.
And Hampton's having to adjust a little bit.
Well, they're going to be aggressive. This Baycoat, take it all the way in, just a little strong. Crabbers come down with the rebound. Joyner all the way in, and he can't finish. And there we got a foul that time. It looked like I saw number 30. For the Crabber. That's Amir Capehart.
That was a good call because everything happened where the official was on the wrong side.
Well, and what was that was a layup. If he not fouled him, Baycoat would have had the layup. I tell you, the quick hands out there.
There's Ray. Well, Hampton's going to the boards, I'm telling you.
Rebounds, and finally Amir Capehart puts the ball in the basket. And they've jumped out to a quick 4-0 lead, the Crabbers have. Trying to take the Bruins out of their comfort zone. And was it going to be a block?
He called a block, and that's on Ray.
On number 30.
He's on 20, I think. Yeah, Ray is second.
Wow, that's 2 quick fouls on Jalen Ray, and he is their Mr. Everything for the Hampton Crabbers. What a crowd, Brent. This place is packed.
Filled up, didn't it?
It is packed. You could get that side of the bleacher at all that people. You could get it at
Kickathon.
Kickathon.
Yeah. So who is this shoot? Number? Can you make out that number, Bob?
Yeah, that was the young man he started. I didn't
24?
think number 20.
It's 20. Okay.
20, yeah. For the Bethel Bruins is Terrence Taylor. He started instead
Miller?
of
Is that Miller?
Miller, Terrence Miller, yes.
Get them both.
Got them both and put the Bruins on the board, cut the lead in half.
It's Corey Joyner out front running point for the Crabbers.
Yeah, number 11 for the Bruins, Kyle Foster's in. Brian, both of them will substitute freely. Nice look.
Boy, that. I tell you what, that basket was trouble for the girls, and it don't like it's going to be any more fun for the.
Just a little floater that time by Rick. Kennard Rick, 6'3", fresh forward.
Ties the score up, Bob, 4-4. Teams look pretty evenly matched so far. Hampton's missed a few more shots.
Yeah, and Hampton's had more rebounds.
Yep.
Hampton's in a zone, but now they're playing a man-to-man. I'm sorry.
It's on Bethel.
Yeah, Bethel.
We having fun yet?
I'm having fun. All right, number 30 ran right into number 1 for the Bruins, Ricks, and he got the foul call on him, and that's the second one on Ricks. So Ricks has got 2,
wow.
and Jalen Ray's got 2.
Yeah, it's that
One
quick.
for each team.
That was close.
42 for the, that's Grogan's for the Crabbers. He's 6-foot freshman. Hampton does a good job of moving to the ball. Nice shot that time. A little strong,
Hampton
but
rebounding.
who got the rebound? And number 30 for the Crabbers takes
He
the
just
shot.
got pushed right out of the way. I'll tell you that. The Bethel player just pushed him right out of the
Number
way.
24, Jeremiah Owusu gets. Wow, I tell you, Bethel got a couple of good rebounds
Yes,
that
they
time,
did.
and that was Ricks, the 6'3" senior. He got the rebound and went back up and got fouled, so he'll go to the foul line.
He called it on Joyner. Okay.
And that's Joyner, number 24, getting the foul. Corey Joyner, he's just 5'6" junior. Like a little
Water bug.
water bug out there. Wow, just kind of short arm that. That didn't even look pretty.
Hampton's bringing in number 40 now. He's one. Bob, we've talked about Battle before. This is a man that goes to the boards.
And
He always comes off the bench.
And number 32, Justin Red, comes in. Big guy, played tackle on the football team, and he takes up a lot of space. This is 2nd of 2. Let's see if we can get this one. He got
There you
1
go.
of 2. A 1-point lead by the Crabbers. Owusu comes back in. This is the Jeremiah.
I think that's a point lead by the Bruins.
Okay.
Just a guess.
It is.
Hampton seems to be stalled a little bit. This
Yeah,
defense
it's a
that
little
Bethel has
bit.
put out there, it's kind of like a matchup zone. They're not coming out so high.
But they're playing man-to-man. They're falling all across the floor. Nice block that time, number 40.
Trying to put it
Good
down.
hands. Owusu hit the ball, knocked it off of the foot of the Crabbers.
That's off of Moore. Moore just kind of lost a handle on it. Good defense against him.
But for Bethel, we now have Street back at the point guard. Sends the pitch. Oh, great inside pass, but the foul was called before that. We got it. It's a non-shooting foul against number 32 for the Bruins, and that's red. A 3 by, that was number 10, Donovan Pace, that shot the 3, went out of bounds, and the Bruins maintained possession, looks like.
Things kind of slowed down. Everything was at a fast pace there that first 4 minutes, and now things are kind of leveling out.
Oh. We got a travel. A great pass.
Oh, it was beautiful.
And I think he was
anticipating.
Well, he was anticipating some contact, but he was so wide open. It kind of surprised him.
Surprised us. He was wide open.
But we got a block against one of the Bruins.
That's Owusu, I think. Yeah, Jeremiah Owusu.
Number 24.
Yep. And we think he's probably one of the best defensive players in the district that we've seen. I mean, he's
just a junior.
Yeah.
Well, a little push off there to get open.
Just a tad. A little bit of acting,
Devin
too.
Moore said, yeah, well.
Nice block.
And that was number 40. Nice. And that's DeJour Battle, 6'3". We kind of like
he's
he's
a
rebounder. He's a blue-collar player.
He is. Reminds you a little bit of the young man that left Kickingham last year we used to talk about all the time. He just seems to be on the floor where he needs to be.
Yeah. Good shot. Got the first of the 2 shot foul. Ties the game 5-all. 2:11 to go in the first quarter. 8-minute quarters in high school basketball.
Hit 'em
Made it
both.
Nice
Touch.
rotation
Yes.
on that ball. Crab was picking up full court, trying to keep the Bruins a little bit off kilter, and then they're doubling and steal the ball.
Oh, I love the fact that he used the glass. Good pass. Oh,
And another blown layup. That's 2 the Bruins have missed under the basket.
this is the run we were talking about, Bob. Look at
And the Bruins come up with the ball. They're going to walk it up the court.
that was a pretty quick skirmish up and down the floor there for about 4 or 5 runs there. I mean,
Bethel's missed a couple of nice inside baskets, ones you want. This is Baycoat. And just has a great job of driving to the basket now. Cam, no, that's not Cam. I'm sorry. That's number 10. That's
Pace.
He looks a lot like
they
Cam.
look a lot alike. What a move.
And we got a foul underneath the basket. It's going to be on 20, and that is Miller.
It's his first. And that's putting
Number 30 for the that's Amir Capehart.
Capehart. He's shooting 2, I believe. Hey, we are at a 7-6 ball game, Bob. All
Well,
running
we
up and
knew.
down the floor. They're just not finishing right now, but we know that
Both
comes
teams.
and goes. Right.
Both
That's
teams.
Either team is.
As they get in the flow,
Oh, yeah.
get the juices flowing a little bit, they'll get a little more consistent. Got the second one, tie game. 7-all. We got 0 in there for the Bruins, and who is 0?
I don't have him either.
Long 3, unsuccessful, but then kind of just floating back. Kyle Foster threw the ball right to him. He just happened to get in the passing lane. We'll try to find out who number 0 is. And there you go. That's number 11 for the Bruins, and that's Kyle Foster. Russo putting pressure on the ball. We call a blocking foul. Which one is going to be on the Bruins? And I think it's on 24, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's 55. Well, I didn't see that many fingers go up.
He had the bar, too.
That's Solomon Luckett. And I tell you, it's not the basket. They're just short arming them. And that's
That was number 2. That was Moore.
Devin Moore, 5'9" junior.
Once Bethel gets hot shooting that three-pointer, and Hampton's got a young man named Jalen Reddy can do the same thing. He can light it up too. So we'll just see who makes that first big run.
We got the second one.
.24 seconds to go, a 2-point game, Bob. Bethel's going to play for the last shot. Oh, my.
They're going to give the ball, going to give the basket to Solomon Luckett.
That was I'm going to tell you, he just knocked the man down. And I don't know what a defender can do better than what he just did right there, Bob. You got to tell me. You're coach.
Well, if I'm coaching for Bethel, I said, great job.
Great job. Yeah, great job. But I mean, he was just standing there when the ball came in.
Yep. And number 2 for the Crabbers goes up. Devin Moore gets the rebound on the missed foul shot. At 9 seconds and counting.
Boy, if you don't call hands on that.
And there was a great job at that time by number 40, Battle. Went up strong and drew the foul with 3.4 seconds to go.
That's 55 second here in about 2 minutes. And that puts Battle on the line. The last time he was at the line, he nailed everything. I don't want to put a jinx out here, but
well, that's the 7th foul for the Bruins, and the 6th been called against the Crabbers, so it's pretty even.
nice stroke by Mr. Battle.
Battle does a good job. I like a hard-nosed, blue-collar
Yes, sir.
ball player, and that's what you got there on the line.
You missed that one. You can put the ball in the closet, and he's going to fight through the door to get it. That's what I like about him.
And that was number 34 for the Crabbers.
Almost
just going
pulled the
after the
steal
ball,
off.
and that yow.
And that's the end of the first quarter, Bob. Sum
12
it
to
up.
9. What do you got?
Well, so far, we're looking at pretty even. Hampton has committed 6 fouls, and the Bruins have committed 7. The Bruins have one person with 2, and that's the number 55. Luckett has 2 fouls. And no, I'm sorry. And Rick's had. Here we go, Bob. We'll take a look at a few replays here and just see how that first quarter went. Fans get a chance to see how things took place.
Justin Red is number 0. He went from 30 to 0.
All right.
You watch the replays. We're getting ready for the second half action, or second quarter. 12 to 9, favor the Bruins. Tight game. And right now, you can't say the advantage goes to either one of the two teams, but I tell you, the pressure that both teams are exerting on defense is the difference of this game, and they're letting them play a little bit.
Here's the difference. Hampton's only scored 2 field goals.
Oh, really?
Only scored 2 field goals in the first quarter. The rest of the points have come from the free throw line. On the other hand, Bethel has had 2 twos and a 3. Not much better, but the free throws are balancing out.
Amir Capart's going to bring the ball in, and Devin Moore going to run the point, being guarded by number 0, Justin Ned, and I apologize for not having, I had him down as number 30. Hampton runs a great pattern. They get the ball, they move the ball, they pass it. They got people cutting, setting screens.
They just look for that little spot, that little weakness.
And the Bruins are being very patient. That's good defense when you make a team come back up and
Set
it
up
out
again.
again.
That's Joyner took it right back up to the top to try to start the offense again.
And that's Owusu. You notice how he just took the lane away from him. Yeah, he did. Took a little shuffle step.
You can't take that step before the ball hits the pavement.
Well,
you can't do it.
And you got to put your hands off to the Bruins. That was a great defensive set.
Yep.
Right there. They caused the turnover.
Didn't get caught on any picks or anything like that. Hampton kept looking to penetrate, but they were trying to do it with the ball instead of passing the ball.
And Hampton is now in the zone, a 2-3 zone it looks like. Oh, nice pass. Nice pass to Luckett.
Gives him 4 points in the first half.
And
nice little dish off.
And who was that that dished that off? Was that number 11?
I think it was 11.
Kyle Foster.
Too much of a finger roll. Good.
And I tell you, great job of rebounding that time by
Mr. Caver.
Caver, yeah. And now we got a whistle.
I don't know what the discussion is over there. Technical on the coach, it looks like.
Yeah, he was out of the coach's box, and that'll put your number 1 shooter, Jalen Ray, at the foul line. And I tell you, Breon is not a happy camper.
No. I mean, I have to say, I've been doing this a long time, Bob, and that's the first time I've seen that called in years.
You look at
that tells me something about, that tells me something right there.
Well, Kickatan's coach, new coach, Coach G, goes out, he's 3 or 4 feet out on the floor.
All the time.
And nothing is called. Breon hardly got out of the coach's box. But Jalen Ray makes both foul shots, and now Hampton will get the ball out of bounds. 14-11, this could be a 5-point play. We got a quick timeout.
I'd say that's the first time I've seen that call without any kind of a warning or anything. I just kind of surprised it.
Well, I got a minute. I want to go ahead and talk about our crew. Susan Bowers and Nathaniel Braxton are the cameras in the stands. Steve Fry and Ronnie S.P.M. Baton on the end lines, graphic and animation. Matt Buckwalder, slow motion, instant replay. Krista Campbell, camera control operator Renee Camden. Audio and engineer extraordinary Randy Bagoli, director and producer Andy Foley. I'll tell you what, Randy Bagoli did a great job. Never set this up before. Did a great job.
Yeah, he's come a long way. All right, Hampton's ball. It's a 3-point game, 14-11 Bethel. Bethel's home court, and Hampton's still running its weave. And
they're looking for Cutters. Cutters going through the lane. They flash in there, and you try to get the ball to them.
But I like what Eric Brown said during the interview, Bob. He said, this is Bethel. He said, they're going to change it. They're going to play hustle. They're going to be scrappy on the floor, and they're going to run you right through your work.
And if you talk to Brian about the same thing, he'll say the same thing about the Crabbers.
That's what I said. He said he was over there for a long time. He said, it's good pass.
Yeah,
good pass.
Nice job that time getting the ball into Caver. And that's Wusu going to the line, drawing the foul. And that is the 7th foul against the
Crabbers.
And yeah, that technical foul counts as a foul, team foul.
And that was on number 4. That was his first. That was Caver. He's a big part right now for Hampton. He's been getting a lot of rebounds and tap outs and scoring.
And Russo on the line, and that is Jeremiah. Jeremiah probably a little bit better basketball player than his brother, and his brother probably a little bit better football player.
They're both really good athletes.
Both great athletes. We got them both, 16-13, favor of the Bruins. So they're going to pick them up half court. They're going to go man to man. They're going to try to deny the inside pass.
Tried to force it on the 3 defenders.
Yep.
It's hard to do. And Mr. Baker was ready for a shot over there, and the defense just collapsed right on him.
That would be right, except Baco's not in there.
I'm talking about the guy over there in the corner. Nice shot.
Oh, we got a little push there underneath the basket.
That was on 55. That's his 3rd, Bob.
Really?
That's 55's
Solomon
3rd.
Luckett.
Mr. Luckett, he's got 4 points in the first half, but that's his 3rd foul. See what Coach Breon does about that. That's going to put
he's going to bring in number 20 and Terrence Miller.
That's going to put Yao at the line. Shooting 1-1. Got that first one.
You got to get the first one. That was one thing I told my guys when you're shooting a 1-on-1. Nobody's there, but you won't get the second shot if you don't make that first one. And he got them both.
Nice arc on that ball. That makes it a 1-point game. 5 to go in the second quarter. 16-15 Bethel. Pretty even game, Bob. I mean, Hampton might be a little bit stronger on the boards. That's a little bit carry there. Oh, they overplayed it. It's Mr. Owusu.
Back to Ned. Nice drive, little crease.
Yep.
And Jeremiah took advantage of it.
Tried to lay it over that rim.
We got a foul on number 34 for the Crabbers. That's Yao.
That'll be his first.
And that'll be a 1-on-1 on the line for Kyle Foster. I'm surprised that Cameron Baycoat has not played much.
God, I'm just curious if there's anything wrong or. like you say, he's the main man for this team. This puts Foster on the line. He's got 1 3-pointer already, and he hits the first.
We got a substitute coming in.
Jalen Ray coming back in with 2 fouls.
Yeah, he's coming in and going to replace Yao, who also has 2, I believe, doesn't he?
Yeah, Yao has got 1.
Oh, only 1?
Taken.
And Justin Redd is getting ready to come back in. Now, he's a space eater.
Yeah, when he wants that ball, he's going to get everybody out of the way and take it. All right, we're back up to a 5-point game, Bob.
Lower scoring than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought it'd be wide open. Would like the first game, it just may all wait to explode the second half.
Well, they're both Division 5A this year. Last year, Bethel was 6 and Hampton was 5. Long 3 is no good. Bruins come down with the ball. Number 20 for the Bruins gets the rebound. That's Miller.
That's Owisu with the ball.
Yeah, that's not his shot, and he didn't take it. A lot of people would have taken that shot. There's a nice shot there by
Zero.
That's net. Zero.
Zorro.
Big guy. And it went off for the Bruins, so the Crabbers get underneath the basket. Number 10 and number 2 for the Crabbers enter, and that's Moore and Harris.
And Ray and Joyner leave the game.
Well, just new kids in there, a little bit of nervousness right now. Number 10 for the, as Harris is running the point guard, just a sophomore.
Hampton's got a lot of youth in there.
Hampton does a good job of getting the ball, moving the ball. They try to double team. Nice shot in the corner by number 10 for the Crabbers. Quashawn Harris, just a sophomore.
Hampton can't afford to swap baskets with Bethel. They have to get a few stops because Bethel's moving the ball well too.
There's Cam Baycoat.
He likes to make that little flash toward the elbow.
He can get in
He's
there
quick.
high, but and if you drop off of him, he can shoot it. They're going to get right in his face, going to challenge him. A nice pull up. Wow, Wusu. That's about how hard he gets hit playing football. He's used to that, but he usually has pads on. Nice fake. He's going to go to the line shooting 2. That's a 9th foul. Both teams have 9, so the next foul on either team will be the double bonus.
That's the second one on Red. I got to say this, though. He took him out of bounds. Stop the clock.
That'll do it.
What is it, a technical?
Oh, it's
intentional?
They call it intentional.
You got to be kidding me.
Flagrant foul, which means Hampton will shoot 2 and then get the ball out of bounds. Russo makes the first. This could be end up into be a 5-point play for the Bruins. They get 2 and then they get the ball out of bounds with a chance to get 3.
I couldn't see the play where you call that intentional.
Well,
I didn't see what happened underneath, but
well, there's a lot of people between you and I.
that's what I'm saying.
Ned is going to inbounds the ball. Bethel setting up their offense. Good job of Red stepping out. There's where bounce pass comes in very handy. Brent did not do it. We talked about using the backboard and all, and that's number 10.
He's back.
Wow, that's the second 3. That's Harris. the sophomore, showing a good range. He's not a big kid.
And that helped out a lot because Bethel was starting to put a little.
And there's another three by number 11 for the Bruins, and that's Kyle Foster, 6'3" senior.
Starting to heat up a little bit here, Bob. Guys starting to get in the range. This is what we were expecting.
Well, they're getting some open shots. They weren't getting any open shots the first quarter. Wusu went down on the ground, got back up, and got the rebound. Oh,
yeah, that little hesitation. Sometimes the officials won't let you get away with that. You know that.
And that's carrying. Mr. Red sits down, and the Bruins have a moment of silence because they're so happy because that guy is a space eater.
Well, it's 6 points difference. Bethel leading 27-21 with 54 point something left in the game. I think it's 54.8. You're better at reading those multiple light bulbs than I am.
Groggins is checked in for the Bruins. We got a 6-point deficit right here, which is 2 possessions, and the Bruins, caused the turnover. And Ned bringing the ball up.
I think Mr. Caver for Hampton anticipated something that didn't happen because he threw the ball where he thought 40 was going to be.
And you noticed that Bethel was in a 1-4. A nice
Took it
hand
right away
that
from him,
time.
boy.
Yes, he did.
Took it right away from
Kyle
him.
Foster playing good defense.
Here's what I'm going to say to you.
16.4 seconds. What?
10's taking the ball out of bounds, and he's hit his last two long shots. And I'm just trying to. Is anybody?
And he's the shortest guy out there. But he did a great job
Yes, sir.
of finding
Great
number
feed.
4. He got it to Caver. 8 seconds and counting. Nobody in Bethel knew how much time was on the clock.
That was surprising to me. I thought they were setting something up.
I did too. 27-23 in favor of the Bruins. Real quick, what do you think?
Well, it's not the high-scoring game you and I both thought it was going to be. It's looked like they were feeling each other. It's like a heavyweight fight. They're just taking their time, trying to feel each other. Right at the last 3-4 minutes of the half, a couple of threes, a couple of long shots started falling for people. And I think when they come out in the second half, we're going to see a different game.
All right, stay tuned for second half action at Bethel High School. Welcome back to the Bruin Den, where the Crabbers are trailing the Homestead Bruins 27-23. I'm Bob Hens along with Brent Musgrove. This is December 15th, 2015. I failed to mention at the beginning of the game. You got some statistics for us.
Well, just looking at the first half, like we talked, it was kind of a feeling out period. But when you get down and look at it, nobody's in double figures for either team. The leading scorer for for Bethel is Foster. With 8 points, 2 threes and 2 free throws. And they're pretty evenly scattered up and down. They've had 7 players that have scored. And they are 9 of 11 from the free throw line for 82%.
That's pretty good.
That's strong. I know coaches like to keep that all year long. Now you go over to the Hampton Crabbers. They're pretty much the same way. They've got nobody in double figures, but they've got one scorer, and that's Caver. He's got 9 points. That's 3 deuces and a tray. And everybody else, the next leading high scorer for Hampton has got 4. Now, just to give you another side of that, Hampton is 10 of 12 from the free throw line. They're 83%. Bethel is 82%. Who thought you'd be trailing in free throw shooting at 82%?
I tell you, both teams are unbelievable at the foul line.
And
But
folks, I just have to tell you that those statistics are thanks to the wizardry of Bob's phone. Brought to you live by Bob's phone.
because I got a calculator
Yes,
on
sir.
that phone. I think Andy Foley showed me how to use that calculator.
Okay. But anyway, we come in here with a 4-point game, but right at the end of the first half, people a couple of long shots starting to fall. Now we got a guy by the name of Cam Baycoat, one of the leading scorers in the district, did not score in the first half.
I don't think he took, but maybe no more than 3 shots.
Yeah,
if he
did
took
not
that
score.
many.
But you know, if a team can stay ahead and keep a lead when your leading scorer is not having his best half, how does that bode for the second half if he gets hot?
If he gets hot, that's going to mean a big thing. But you know, you got to count on the rest of your teammate. You can't just zero in on one guy and say he's going to.
And on the other side of that, you got to take a look at Hampton. Their leading scorer is a gentleman by the name of Jalen Ray. Jalen only had 2 points, and they were on technical free throws.
Yeah, we had 2 technicals tonight, which is really basically one technical on the Bethel bench, and the other one was a flagrant foul.
We still haven't figured out yet. Of course, we couldn't see it, so we leave it alone.
And but this.
All right, Bethel's going to inbound the ball here, guys. I had to use my old traffic experience, get my white gloves out, and move these people along.
Well, I'm glad you didn't blow your whistle out. I had to get new eardrums. Bruins start off with the ball. Crabbers in it looks like a zone. They're in a zone. They're going to they'll trap out of that zone sometimes, but they're going to try to make the Bruins beat themselves. The Wusu straight in.
Oh, that's a charge.
They're going to charge, no shot. Foul is on Jeremiah.
That's his second foul of the game.
And that's where you got to learn just to stop right there.
Take it up.
That quick jumper.
That's right.
Little 5-6 foot jumper. Number 24 for the Bruins, for the Crabbers, Joyner's running the offense. Just got thrown away. Great job of stepping into the passing zone, and that was Ned. Bruins missed a shot. Oh, great pass.
A nice little jump hook, Bob.
We like that guy.
Nice little jump hook almost. What'd you call that?
Yes, exactly, and that's battle.
That's blue-collar battle right there, buddy, I tell you. That's it on the floor, he going to get it. Hampton closed it to a 2-point game, scored the first 2 points of the second half. Well, that was a nice scream.
Yes, it was.
Wide open.
In and out. And that's Jeremiah.
I still think
too much zip on that ball.
I still think it's that bucket, Bob.
And a long way, number Gray get hot. That's his first basket.
Yep.
And it's a 3, and it brings the
Crabbers to a 1-point lead.
They've got the lead now by 1, 28-27. And that's Baycoat with a little floater. But Ray going to get out and make a jam. That's a hard job, a hard shot to defend.
Yeah, well, of course, I've never been that high except with a plane ticket or on the stairs. But
and that's
a little scoop shot.
And Bethel just having trouble with that basket. We talked about it all night in both games, as a matter of fact.
A little bit quick with the hands.
Yeah, you're a little.
He thought he was supposed to be somewhere at 24 was kind of drifting. That was Joyner. He was just kind of drifting a little bit.
Well, that's a turnover, and now Ned is bringing the ball up, going to set up the offense. Hampton is back in a man-to-man. The Baycoat with the 3 misses up, but the Crabbers end up with the ball. And that was number 24 for the that's Joyner. 5'6" water bug out there, just went right between everybody, missed the shot, will shoot 2. The foul was on number 1.
That was Mr. Rick's third foul.
And number 3. Wow. Nice shot that time by Corey Joyner.
Well, Bethel is yet to score, I think.
Well, they have not scored this
half.
No.
And Hampton's put 8 points on the board. So that's nice block.
Goes into the basket and is rejected.
That was Mr. Grogan's.
No, that
was 42.
Was it 42? I thought it was Battle 40.
Anyway, it didn't get where it was intended.
Well,
Bethel's yet to hit some out.
Yeah. That was just a Rick's going to the basket strong, draw the foul. Will shoot 2. That's on number 4. That's his second.
I'm confused sometimes about how you decide which is what. The guy leaps into you, and you're called for the foul. I'm not faulting anybody.
But did you see that at all?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not faulting anybody. I've just never understood that.
Did you see it in college? You see it in the pros? The advantage always goes to the offensive player. Now, Mr. Ricks makes the first of a 2-shot foul.
That was the first point for the Bruins in the second half.
Maybe he found a key to make this basket is don't hit anything. So if you hit the rim or something, it doesn't go in. Hampton moves the ball around
really well. Wow.
And that was a great shot right
Mr.
there. Caver, 6'6" junior.
To put him in double figures, Bob. And there's Mr. Battle.
Mr. Battle is, and look at the little, whoa!
Nobody saw it.
Well, who called it? Well, what was the call?
I think he called blocking because Uzu slid a little bit. He slid just a little bit on that. And that's his third.
I think he's going to come out, number 10 for the
was it 24?
Bruins coming in, and that's Pace. Well, actually, he took Ned's place, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Wusu's still in there.
Look at Battle.
Battle is a battler, isn't he?
He's got timing. He's not the tallest kid out there, but he knows when to go for the ball. He just doesn't leap off the floor. He's really got good eye-hand coordination.
But you hit the nail on the head, the timing. And that's what rebounders have. Good rebounders have great timing. He makes the first of a 2-shot foul, extends the lead to 6.
Mind you, Royal. Remember Royal played for Hampton several years ago?
Yep.
Well, not the tallest guy on the plant, but I'm telling you what,
he would
knew
get
exactly when to peak.
Yep.
A little short.
But the ball is batted back behind half court. Crabbers come up, got another chance.
And what you got to like about Hampton is they bring everybody up to get a piece of the ball.
And there's your three-point shooter.
Mr. Ray.
Jalen Ray, he's Mr. Everything for this Crabber unit.
Hampton's gone from 4 points down to 9 points up in this third quarter. And this is the same thing happened to Bethel last week. They had a drought in one quarter.
And
you just can't get it to fall.
Jeremiah is just having all kinds of problems. Now we got a foul on, looks like number 10 for the Bruins, and that's Pace.
That's his third.
3 on Pace.
That's going to put Battle back to the line. Shooting 2, I think.
Bethel 5 fouls called against the Bruins, only 1 against the Crabbers. be difference in the later stages of this ball game.
Yes, sir, it could be.
Rattled the first one out. Gets the second one.
But it's just, Bethel had the other night, Coach was telling me that they just went into a dry spell. They just couldn't make anything fall. They've got to get away from this funk. It's the second one.
Battle got the second one, a 10-point lead. Outscored the Crabbers by by 12.
The Bruins by.
By the Bruins,
14.
Yeah. Russo really went up high to get that ball. He tapped it to himself. Crabbers are just dominating the board, and the Bruins cannot make a shot. And the Crabbers cannot miss. And that's number 10, Harris. And Mr. Breon says, we need to have a timeout. That's a 13-point lead.
They have scored 1 point in the second quarter. And Hampton has put up, they had 23, so they put up 18 points in the third quarter. They put up 18 points.
Well, they've had 3 threes that I know of.
3 threes, yes, sir. 3 threes and 3 deuces. And from the free throw line in the third quarter, they are 3 of 6.
And I don't know what the Bruins can do any more than they have. They have gone to the basket. They have missed inside shots. They rebound, they get the ball, they put it back up, it doesn't go in. Owusu has been like snake bit.
Yeah.
He's missed 2 or 3 right underneath the basket, and I know that's shots he normally gets.
Yeah, it's just like you say, snake bit. I don't know what else to say. They're getting the shots. And, hey, you got to look at Baycoat and Foster. They're getting the looks from the three-point range. That's one of Baycoat's favorite shots right there, a little fadeaway.
Yep.
And let me tell you what, Mr. Caver just got up and just head almost even with the rim.
The ball was knocked out of his hand. The Bruins will go on defense at this end.
Did you see how quick that penetration was?
Yeah. And that's what you got to have.
Yeah.
You got to have that
quickness
to get underneath. And that's Ray.
Boy, when he gets hot. That's 3 threes in the third quarter for Mr. Ray.
And he's had a hand in his face. And
there
again,
it is. Nice move. Just
can't get that ball to go in the basket. And that was Owusu, Jeremiah.
There's
there's 2 that just can't finish. And then we got to travel.
He lost the ball. He was trying to bring it up to pass it, and he lost control of it. And went about 3 steps with the ball in the air. That air dribble. And that ain't right, is it?
It just doesn't look right.
I'm going to tell you what, I don't know what to say other than it just Bethel is just snake bit. My heavens, they have had every opportunity to score 1 point in this quarter, and Hampton's just throwing them up from everywhere.
So they brought Miller back in and Street back in. They had it back at the point guard, and he's driving. That was a good drive. It drew the foul, so he will shoot 2. And I'll see who the foul is on.
It's on 4, I believe. That's Caver, and that's his 3rd. And he's a big part of this Hampton offense, I'm telling you. Right now, Mr. Caver has 11 points. He's in double figures.
Well, is that only the second point for the Bruins?
Second point for the Bruins, yes, sir. And they both come from the free throw line. They have not made a bucket in the third quarter.
And it isn't because they haven't
No,
tried.
they've had the opportunities.
And underneath the basket. And a breakaway.
Yeah, they're bringing the pressure.
Well, they have to. They got to do something to get back in this game.
I don't know what happened.
I think he traveled.
Went off his foot or something.
The Bruins have a chance to climb a little bit back within this lead.
Good hands. Well, with 1:08 left to go in the third quarter, Hampton has pulled out to a 14-point lead from a 4-point deficit at the end of the second quarter.
Amazing.
Hampton just reaching in and they're getting their hand on the ball. Bethel's got to come out, like you said, they've got to come out and press. They've got no choice.
And who you giving the ball to? The guy who hit the three, and that's Jalen Ray. But
That was
34.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Yow. Just went right back up with it. Yeah, wow. That's all I can say. Well, he threw that up. Who's it on?
They're going to foul is on the Hampton 34. And that's Yao.
Didn't see a whole lot of contact, but okay. Bethel gets inbound the ball, 36.4 seconds, Bob, and still no field goal in the third quarter. Here it comes.
And that had to be a blocking foul because he was
Yeah.
in the air when that guy slipped underneath him. And that Baycoat finally got the first basket of the second half of the Bruins. And he will go to the line. The foul is on number 34.
That's his third.
That's two in a row on him.
That's two in about 30 seconds.
So Cam going in with a chance to complete the three-point play. And does.
That's his first 3 points of the game, Bob.
Well, let me tell you, that's the first time I've seen a ball hit that rim and go in. The foul is on net right there, number 2 for the Crabbers.
Now you see that on film.
Barrett.
You see how every one of the
Moore.
You see how every one of the Crabbers came over to pick up their player.
Yep.
And I remember several years ago, the coach at Hampton talking about that's what you do. That's what teams do. You play together. Your man goes down. You everybody pick him up.
You go help him up.
That's right.
Well, the Crabbers have got the ball, and they may just take the last shot, 25 seconds. Split the defenders. With plenty of time. Baycoat. Oh, in and out. But a nice job. No, it does not count. The basket doesn't count. 33-46 for the Crabbers. Woo! 13-point lead. That's a 17-point turnaround. Wow.
19 point.
Well, whatever it is, it's big.
Yeah, because they were 4 down at halftime. 27-23. And they have put 6 points on the board, of which 4 were free throws, and 1 bucket by Mr. Keiko. And those are the only 3 points he has for the game.
It's just, it's really been weird. It's like the Bethel went in with the idea, well, we can come out and play the same way we did the first half and win this game. Hampton came out and said, we're going to do something different. We're going to get aggressive. We're going to open up Ray. We're going to give him that three-point look. And he has hit 3 of them, right?
Yeah, and not only that, Bob, Hampton has taken over the boards. I mean, Bethel has got a couple of putback attempts that hadn't been able to put them back.
They have missed many shots under the basket tonight.
It's just not a game I'm used to seeing them play.
And I'm sure Breon is over there beside himself, can't understand it. Bruins will bring the ball inbounds to start the fourth quarter. 6 fouls against the Bruins and 4 called against the Crabbers.
Ray had 11 points in the third quarter. 3 threes and a deuce. Here we go, last quarter.
And the Bruins are going to go out. They're going to double every chance they get. And Hampton is just going to move the ball around, give it to Jalen Ray
again. That's his 4th 3.
4 threes. 12 points just on 3-pointers. just a junior.
Yeah.
And there's
There
a
it is.
three by number 4, Gianni Street.
That's his first points of the game.
And Brian called a quick 30-second timeout. We got 7:27 to go, just 33 seconds into this fourth quarter.
13-point lead for the Crabbers. I was a little surprised at that timeout. They hit a tray, and he must have saw something he didn't like, and because I mean he was very specific about who he was talking to over there and what he was talking about. That's the kind of huddles I like to be in.
Just to hear what's
Just to
going
hear
on.
what's being said. Yeah, absolutely. Clean game. Officials, for the most part, have let this game play. And right now, and I don't know how it's changed, in the third quarter, Hampton came out with a little bit more pressure, a little bit more dedication, and a lot more.
And making their outside shots. And that's the difference. You make your shots. They forced the ball handler number 2 for the board for the Crabbers.
And I think what Coach Brown is mad about is the fact that the official let the defender force him out of bounds.
Yeah. And Baycoat drives in, makes another 2.
Called another timeout?
And no, this is Eric Brown called a timeout. He's very unhappy. He doesn't want you to let Baycoat drive, because Baycoat can hurt you 2 different ways. He's driving now,
so quick,
which he didn't do when he was a sophomore, and last year not as much as this year. So, you know, he can drive and shoot the 3. So what he's telling you, if you play close to me, I'm going to drive. You play off, I'm going to shoot the 3.
Well, you got to play him toward the baseline, and the man behind you has got to be aware of that.
That's right. We want to thank the military for being here. The U.S. Army has been here. We've had stuff going on at the beginning of the game, and we see them all down at the end of the.
What I like is they presented a camouflage ball.
That was awesome.
And
Andy said, "How do you find it?"
What I'd like to do is I'd just love to have one. If they sold one, I'd get one for my grandchildren just to see the confusion. Make them play at night.
And Hampton is breaking the zone press real
Yes,
easy.
sir.
Number 4.
Took it over the top.
Yes, and that was number 4, Caver. And just too hard to pass. Just too hard to pass.
There were a couple of other Bethel players in the same line, and I don't think either one knew which one was supposed to get.
Well, the first one says coming too hard. It must not be for me.
Hey, you ain't gonna let that truck hit me. I'm really surprised. I'm going to just say it just like it is. I am surprised that Hampton's been able to turn this game around like they have. And he's just let him force him too deep. Let him force him too deep.
And Eric Brown called a timeout before there could be a jump ball. I have no idea the number of timeouts that they've got, but this is the 32nd one. But if he did, it would have been a jump ball, and the possession arrow is favored the Bruins.
I think what he's talking about he's talking to Caver, number 4. Number 4 goes down and gets next to the lane. When the ball comes down, he's got to give the guy with the ball an option. In other words, if you stay there, the one defender can play both of you.
That's right.
The guy with the point guard has no option. So you've got to create either lock up and get the man on your hip so that I can get the ball in the front, or get him away from the basket enough so you can put it over the top where I can get it. But he was just kind of standing flat-footed.
Right. And that's why there was almost a jump ball. That's not a backcourt violation.
I'm like you. He touched it in the front court. He didn't have possession, but he still touched it in the front court.
I don't. He evidently got to have possession. There was a meeting of the minds. Both of them hit and went backwards, and that's a 1-on-1 for the
Travers.
Travers, that's number 24.
Joyner.
Joyner going up the line, 5'6".
He's a quick little thing, boy. I'm telling you, when he goes down court with the ball. Now, he's taken 4 out and 4 hit a 3 a minute ago. No, he's not taking
No,
him out.
he's
He's just
number
talking to
10.
him.
Number 10 is.
No, I'm talking about Bethel.
Oh.
You called him over to the bench, and I thought he was nice shot.
Well, the Bruins have got to turn the ball over and get some
Force
some
the
points.
turnovers.
They got to get some points, and that's got to be.
It's going to be on 24.
Yeah, it's got to be on 24.
Yeah.
That's Joyner, and that's Baycoat
That's
bringing
his
the ball
second.
up. There's only 5 fouls against the Crabbers right now. 34 checks in for the Crabbers. It's Yao. He's got 3 fouls.
Hey, you can't take him home on the bus. We talked about that. He's got 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. He's got the opportunity to get them all here.
And see, Brent, we have talked about that ball going straight across at the level of the hands. Why do you not bounce it? You can't reach down and touch the ball if it bounces at your feet.
That's a hot ball that came across there, buddy.
Man.
I'll tell you.
Right now, the Bruins are their own worst enemy.
Hampton's going to eat a little clock, it looks
Yep.
like.
Well, they're going to run their offense.
And I'm going to tell you what, Mr. Caver's earning his money tonight, my friend.
He is doing that.
Rebound, he is earning his money.
And that foul is on Baycoat. That's just his first.
That's his first foul. That puts Caver to the line, shooting 2, I anticipate. That was his first free throw of the evening. But he's been very strong on the boards tonight.
Russo checks back in, and so does Yao. Missed them both. Dad comes down with the ball. And there's a long 3.
He hit the
We got a foul under the basket. Who's he going to call it on? Number 34?
30, I think. That's King.
Bethel will get it out on the back because that's only the 16th foul. Foul is on number 30.
Capehart. That's Capehart, and that's his second. Taking this much time plays into the Crabbers' hands.
Yes, it does. And that possession arrow favors the Bruins, but that was a battling for that ball.
Yeah,
I like the way he hustles.
100%, but I can tell you, if the ball's loose, he figures it's his. You're going to have to fight him for it. Bethel's going to have to start putting some shots up.
And you see who's guarding Baycoat? Jalen Ray, not letting him get the ball. There you go. And that was Street.
That's his second tray, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he's had 2 in this quarter.
We got a foul on Owusu. And that's 4 fouls or 5.
That's 4. I've got 4 on it.
Well, I see him. He's holding up 5.
He's showing 4 up here. We're still at a 1-1. And that puts Yao on the line.
Next foul will put the Crabbers in a double bonus.
Nice shot. Gives him the second one. These are the things we talked about before, Bob, when it comes down the stretch. Bethel was so strong out last year, you could not put them on the line. I mean, they were just deadly on the line last year. Bethel's come back a little bit in the fourth quarter.
Well, Bethel was a Division 6A, Group 6A last year, and they were runner-up in their group. But they are just struggling this second half, especially the third quarter really hurt them.
He's got it.
That's Baycoat. And we got number 4 for the Crabbers get the ball. That's Caver.
He has earned his money on the boards on both ends of this game.
I tell you, he is the one that's been a man on the boards tonight.
6'6", but not only that, he gets up quick.
Yeah. Well, and he's now shooting a double bonus. He'll shoot every shot, foul shot from here to the end of the game. The Crabbers will shoot 2. And that's a big difference because you go to the line with a little more relaxed.
Yep. And he's been to the line now. This will be his 3rd and 4th attempt. This is where Hampton's going to have to hang on now because Bethel has hit some shots in this fourth quarter. Hampton's going to have to keep it up at the free-throw line.
He made the first one. 14-point lead, 55-41 favor of the Crabbers. 4:47 to go on the game.
What a turnaround, huh?
Wow. I thought there'd be more scoring, but I thought both teams would score.
Yeah.
But when you only score
6 points.
6 points in a quarter, you're not going to do much. Nice drive that time, and that's the Owusu. Jeremiah goes to the line, has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
So he countered the basket.
Foul was on number 4 for the Crabbers, and that's his fourth.
Foul, yep.
Jeremiah shooting 1.
He made the bucket, didn't he, Bob?
Yes.
And the free throw.
He got 3 points on that possession. Oh, nice. Rusu getting up in the air. Nice block. And Baycoat driving to the basket. And this, you see what Bethel's doing instead of shooting all outside, drive in.
Take it to the bucket.
Get the foul, stop the clock, make points while the clock's not running. Baycoat goes shooting 2 shots. Foul is on number 40.
That's his first foul.
So that is the first one for Battle. It's hard to see played. It's hard to believe.
What I'm finding difficult is Baco just has not got the number of shots. And I don't know if I credit Hampton all the way.
I would cramp a lot of it to do with Hampton. Jalen Ray was denying him the ball when he was on him. Just take him out of his game. That's what they're trying to do.
This game ain't over. It's down to 11-point game. If Bethel can get this into the single digits, anything can happen. We saw it happen last year.
We sure did. Now it's a 10-point game with 4:23 to go. And Hampton's not going to shoot many threes, I didn't think. But number 10 says, yeah, I am, and that's Harris.
That's his second tray.
5'8" sophomore. And Owusu drives in, and we're going to call a foul.
This is the ones that always amaze me. The man the furthest away.
And that's
the guy standing right there looking at it.
Fouls on Battle. That's his second one.
Man furthest away.
Be nice.
Oh, nice. That's all I'm saying. You got a guy standing right there, didn't say anything.
And Owusu missed the first. Another foul on Hampton will put the Bruins in the double bonus.
Well, he gets that second one.
Pace checking in for the Bruins, replacing
number 12,
Aiken. The Battle take it to the basket, gets the basket, and will shoot two. A blocking foul called against number 24, Lusu, and that's his
That's
fifth.
his fifth there. But he gave his heart, buddy. I'm going to tell you
Boy,
what,
he
that
did
guy
that.
is 110%. I don't care what sport he's playing. He walks in the gym, he's 105%, and they ain't blow the whistle yet. Coach Brown for the Hampton Crabbers over there still working hard.
And Bruins going to bring Ricks back in, number 1. Battle goes to the line, try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And he missed it, but he almost got the rebound. And we got a foul now on number 30, Capehart.
Now all of a sudden it's getting,
Amir.
fouls are getting touchy.
And it's a 2-shot foul, and that puts Baycoat on the line, shooting 2.
And all of a sudden,
But you like I said, you just said they got to get single digits,
yeah.
and they just can't get over the hump.
And if I had to pick somebody in the district that I wanted on the free throw line for me,
That'd be him.
this would be this gentleman standing right here shooting the ball.
But we've got to come up with players of the game.
And that's brought by Tidewater Team Sports on Oyster Point Boulevard, 594-0411. Terry McNamara and David Chubb help supply.
They've been doing it since the 90s.
Nothing called.
Nice drive that time by Ned. And quick timeout, pinpoint lead.
3:31 to go.
Hey, that's only 4 possessions.
Yeah, Hampton's got to either score a few points or take some time off his clock if they're going to keep it. We saw this happen last year where Hampton had a lead and it got closed down.
Yep.
And, of course, that picture was in the paper of the shot that was called, if you remember that.
I remember talking to the guy that called it.
He's here, and he's here.
Well, I'll let you make the decision.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
we've got time to go yet.
Yeah, we're looking at candidates for play of the game. The Bruins ready to go on defense. The Crabbers are saying, well, we'll talk a little more strategy
So we're
here.
out of time. Over here. So you go here, and I'm going here. See how easy that was?
Are you going with it? You going there?
That's what it looks like right now. Turned it over.
And that's enough quick basket there by Ned. And that's what you got to do.
Come on, somebody call a foul. I don't know why this gentleman's even here.
And that puts the 8-point lead, but then the Crabbers are going to the line. And they've got a 2 shots. And number 30 is that Amir Capehart on the line?
He's going to the line, yeah.
Got the first one of a 2-shot foul.
This is what we talked about. This is where you got to be strong on your free throws down the line.
Devin Moore comes in for Battle.
He's taking
it gives him one more ball handler. And that was a violation. The guy that shot the ball went across the line.
He cannot penetrate until the ball hits the rim.
Right, and he was gone because he knew it was. Amir knew that it wasn't going in. I'm going to get the ball.
Thank you.
We got a traveling call. I'm watching Baycoat shoot. He shoots the floater, but he does not use the backboard.
Right.
And I think his percentages would increase if he learned to use that backboard.
Oh, come on, man.
And it's kicked out of bounds by the Bruins, so the ball stays down at this end, but the Crabbers have got it.
Battle's coming back in for rebounding and picking. He can set a pick, he'll rattle your teeth. Get it out of the corner. Good passing, I'm telling you.
Great pass. Battle right up with it, too. Back to 11-point lead. And we got a foul as they drive into the basket, and that's going to put Baycoat on the line again.
I'll be very honest, one official is calling this game. And I'm not faulting him because there are fouls that need to be called. But
only one official
is calling the game. Well, that surprised me.
Yeah, a little short-armed it a little bit.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
I can't believe what I just saw.
He missed both of them.
Yeah.
Bethel, they're going to be chasing the ball, and Hampton just going to play keep away. Great pass from Jalen Ray to
good vision
to Moore. And he heard footsteps.
He had visions of grandeur dancing his head.
We got a timeout by the Crabbers with 2:17 to go and the 13-point lead.
Bethel is having to work so hard to try to get the score.
Yeah.
And if they don't get it on the first try, Hampton's off and running. And now, and I can't blame Bethel, they're sending everybody to the board to try to get a follow-up shot if they miss. You got no choice.
Yeah, they have no choice. They've got to go for it. Both teams in the double bonus. Again, I want to thank our crew for their help. We've got Susan Bowers, Nathaniel Braxton, Steve Fryer, and Ron Baton on cameras. Matt Buckwalder, graphics and animation. Krista Campbell, slow motion instant replay. Camera control operator Renee Camden. Audio and engineer Randy Bagoli. And big guy Andy Foley is the producer director. I've got Ben Musgrove with me. And we are enjoying a good ball game.
We'd like to thank the people here at Bethel High School for helping the TV station, athletic director, for helping us set this whole thing up, and our TV crew to get everything in here. It's a lot of work, ladies and gentlemen, to get this whole crew in here and set up with all this equipment. And we'd like to thank Bethel and the athletic director, the athletic department, and the coaches.
Again, an easy inside basket. Baycoat. Little head, shoulder, shake and break, and one end made the 2-point layup. Ned stole the ball and then gave it right back
to Ray. And that's what I'm talking about. They're having to put so much pressure on the ball to try to score.
Well, they steal the ball and then turn it back over.
Right.
If you steal it, you got to convert. That's the only way you're going to get back in this game. At this point, with 135 and trailing 13 points, I don't think it's going to happen. We want to talk about the players of the game. For the Hampton Crabbers, we've got to go with Jalen Ray. He just lit it up.
18 points now, but second half.
Just and for the Bethel Bruins, we're going with Jeremiah Owusu, who made a lot of free throws, but he did a lot of things on the court, rebounding and defense that you don't see on the statistics, and that's who we're going with the Bethel Bruins. You agree?
Oh, absolutely. you heard me vote, right?
was that, when you shook your head, I heard it rattle. That meant it was.
Listen, as you know, we were both married the same length of time. And it's just like a little magnet, and below my chin just makes it go up and down. I'm a bobblehead.
Bobblehead.
I won't lie to anybody.
I was a bobblehead before bobbleheads.
I got one tattoo. It says, "Yes, dear." I'm not talking about hunting either.
Oh, it's not D-double-E?
No,
Oh, it's not John Deere?
none of that.
All right, Bruins got the ball.
1:33 left to go in this game, and Hampton with a 13-point lead.
And they're just going to play the zone. They're going to tell Bethel, you got to beat them, you got to shoot the three. And that's Jalen Ray, player of the game for the Hampton Crabbers. Just put the, slammed the door shut. Cam Bako just having an off night. He's missed more shots tonight than I've seen him miss since he was a freshman.
There's Ray again. Boom. He is on fire, ladies and gentlemen.
He is on fire.
There's our Hampton player of the game. Right there, he's got 24 points. And there's Mr. Battle with another rebound.
And we've got people leaving this Ray again. A third one.
That's
Wow.
3 threes in 30 seconds.
Wow. 77 to 55. And if we get to see this game, we're lucky. We got more people in front of us than we can stand. There's 18 seconds to go in the game.
Foul called down at this end, Bob.
People are just going to stop.
A little bit of people bracing up.
A little tempers. Hate to see that.
Yeah, that I'm going to say right now, for Hampton, Capehart has walked right over and initiated a confrontation. Should not happen. I'll say it just like it is. You'll see it on
They
film.
stop right in front of us, Brent. And I think they've lost my return.
What'd you lose?
I can't. Can I hear you either?
Did you? Oh, there it is. Something came undone.
Hey, now
Hey, Bob's back.
I'm back. But we can't see nothing.
We're trying to do this game.
We're trying to do a little television here. If you guys want to get on TV, get to the left. 12.4 seconds, 20-point lead by the Crabbers. Tempers flew a little bit.
These teams have been rivals, Bob, since day one, and
Well,
it's just
since-
a little
Since
heat.
Bethel opened up the door because a lot of the people from Hampton came here, and the coach from Hampton came over here as the head coach of football.
So I think they've got Ray shooting the technical, or I can't tell. No, they got people on the line, so that's not happening.
No, it's a,
It's just a shooting foul, I think.
yeah, well, it makes no difference.
Yeah,
At this
it's
point,
two.
it's going to be 2 shots anyway. And they,
Well, he has put on a display here in this last quarter.
Did
He's
somebody
hit
tell him we made him player of the game? Is that
1,
the reason
2,
he's
3,
doing it?
4. He's hit 7 threes in the second half.
Well, he just made that foul shot. And you get on a streak and you just feel it.
And it was from anywhere.
And made both of them. Now it's 79, 22-point lead for the Crabbers.
And at halftime, Hampton trailed by 4 points, 27-23.
23, so they scored 56 points in the second quarter, or the second half. And that's the game.
Bob, you want to wrap it up, buddy?
Well,
It's been
listen,
great for me. I've had a great time, and I'd like to thank LSC for giving me this opportunity to come over here and watch this game.
Well, I
and talk
appreciate
about it.
everybody tuning in to LSC, your local sports channel. I want to thank our entire crew. I want to thank the people over at Bethel High School. Brent Musgrove, appreciate you. I'm Bob Hint. Good night, everybody.